all you fabulous females out there. This is Louise Fennell coming to you from mmtv in Melrose. And my guest today is Sophie Carpenter, who I heard singing at the Senior Center a week or so ago. And she was so fantastic that I felt I needed to let all of you hear about her. Sophie, would you tell us a little bit about how you got started and if you're still in school or what's happening there?
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me on. I'm really excited to be here. So I did do a performance for the Senior Center, and that was super exciting. We know James, who works there, and one of my friends and I did a program, and that was a lot of fun. I grew up in San Francisco, California, and I came out to the East Coast for my undergraduate degree at Carnegie Mellon University. And then I did my master's degree at Longy School of Music, which is in Cambridge. And then I've just been here for the last couple of years. I started a company called Ted and Togo Productions, and it is a female-led production company that focuses on the sonic arts, theatrical productions, and film. So we're doing a lot of work right now. We just had our inaugural show in October, and then I have been doing a lot of singing around the area in Boston. I'm part of the Metropolitan Chorale Chorus, which is in Brookline, and we're doing the Brahms Requiem coming up.
So where is that happening?
That's going to be at the Driscoll School in Brookline.
Okay, and when is it?
I believe it is March. I would have to get back to you on those dates.
Okay,
I think it's
all right.
March 8th and 9th. Yeah, 8th, 9th, and the 17th.
Do you have a website?
I do, yes.
Could you tell people how they can get to your website and then they can get these dates and things?
Yes. Well, for those dates, you can look at the metropolitanchorale.org, I believe it is, or .com. And all of our dates are listed there.
Oh, good.
My website's having a little bit of a glow up right now. So
okay.
It's
all right.
needing some refurbishing.
That's okay. Maybe when it is up and running perfectly, you can let me know. And
Absolutely.
I'll let all you fabulous females out there know about it, because I'm sure you're going to want to. I think I see a bright future ahead.
Thank you.
And so what is, how did you come up with the name for your company?
So it's actually the two childhood dogs of myself and my co-founder.
Oh, wow.
And the reason we chose those are just basically because we felt that dogs are very kind of inspiring and loving and caring, and they show just signs of loyalty and excitement for the world, and that's what we want to demonstrate within our own company, is just an acceptance of everyone and an excitement for the work that they're doing as well. So
yeah. Now, when I saw you were with one other person, are you always with one other person, and is it that same person, or are there others, and do you sometimes do solo? How does that work?
Yeah, so this particular show that we did at the Senior Center, I did with a fellow artist who works in the Boston community as well. We're not actually a typical duet partner, but I reached out to him because I was really excited about his work, and we have been friends for a little bit. I worked on, I'm also a freelance stage manager, so I stage manage for some of the larger companies in Boston, and he was in one of the shows that I stage managed for, so that's how we got to know each other. And
what are the places that you stage managed for?
I stage managed for the Cambridge Chamber Ensemble, for Moonbox Productions, and an assortment of others that I'm blanking on at the moment.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Just people remember that name, Sophie Carpenter. You'll be hearing that name a lot more, I'm sure. As I was really, really impressed. You sounded so beautiful.
Thank you.
And how long have you had your company?
So we've had our company since 2019, but it's just kind of come to fruition this last year when we had our technically it's our second show, but we called it our inaugural show because it was the kickoff to Boston. Both myself and my co-founder, Shambhavi Mishra, she lives in LA, and so we work bi-coastally. But this was the inaugural show in Boston. And our, I guess, previous show was done in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, called Angels of the House. And it was a show that's based on Caroline Norton. She's a feminist from the early 1800s in London. And she has this incredible story about getting custody of her children in a time that, divorce was not really a thing at all, and much less having custody of your children. And so it's a historical fictional story about that. And we donated all of our ticketing proceeds to the women's shelter in Pittsburgh.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because we were very much focused on how do we help the community in some way. This inaugural show that we did in Boston was for micro operas that both of us wrote together, and it focused on about 16 cast members, and including one of the amazing all-women quartet called the Gaia Quartet, and they are phenomenal. So we got to utilize their expertise in our work, and we donated a third of our ticketing sales to the Women's Lunch Place of Boston. So,
wow! I'm impressed with that.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's terrific.
Yeah. So we're kind of building this platform of like having the ability to use our work as kind of a platform for other companies as well, and showcasing what they're doing in any way we can, whether that's supporting with tickets or highlighting their work as well. That's really important to both of us.
Great. Now, are most of your shows duets, or do you do some solo? Do you do some ensemble? Is there a variety of people in the shows, or how does that go?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a few kind of solo concerts in the works that are just myself and Shambhavi doing our own work. But the previous show that we've done was a 16-person cast, and had a lot of singers and instrumentalists, and we have a couple play readings coming up in early April, I want to say. And they are between 5 to 6 cast members per play. So it kind of ranges depending on what we're doing at the time. I mean, we have another project in the works that is headed to New York City. That is a majorly large
Really?
show. I can't say too much about it.
Okay. Can you say where or no?
I'm not quite sure where we're putting it on. It's kind of a merge of the different arts. We want to include music. We want to include visual arts, dance, any elements that we can with already existing companies as well. So we really want it to be a major event. So I'm not sure if it's going to be like in a gallery or if it's going to be on a stage. We're still kind of working out that aspect of it. But
wow, it sounds like you've got a lot going for you. That's great. And how did you initially start doing this? Did you sing when you were a little kid, or did your mother sing? Did your father sing?
My dad plays the guitar, and I used to sit on the floor of his office and sing when he was playing guitar. And then they've always brought me up in a musical household. there was classical. I used to say this all the time to friends. It was classical music in the morning, and then it was jazz in the afternoon. And so I was very acclimated to that. I went to my first opera when I was very young, and I did my first musical theater show. It was Charlie Brown when I was, I think, 10 years old. And I started out as a pianist when I was in kindergarten, and I hated it. my piano teacher was also happened to be a voice teacher for some, just, by some miracle. And she said, I can tell you don't like piano. Do you want to try something else? And so I started singing some musical theater, and then we kind of transitioned into classical music, and that kind of took on for me. And I just kind of ran with it, and I joined a younger chorus called the Young Women's Chorus of San Francisco, which I got an innumerable amount of experience with singing with the San Francisco Symphony under Michael Tilson Thomas, and a bunch of other crazy experiences. We went to Austria and Hungary and Slovenia.
Wow.
We sang with a bunch of major choirs there in Hungarian, which was an insane experience. So it was really the catalyst to continuing my love for singing and becoming more serious about the craft.
It just occurred to me, things are sort of popping in my head here. Do you have any, I'm not even sure what the media is at this point, but like, can people buy your song? I know it's not records anymore. That shows you how old I am. But is there some media where someone can buy some of your singing?
Not my specific singing, but our album for the opera Angels of the House is coming out this spring. So it's probably going to be around April, early May, which we're going to release it on Spotify and Apple Music. So that's somewhere that you can go and listen to the music. And we're also, both myself and my collaborators, we're both very interested in producing records again, because both of us have record players. So
you do? Wow, so
like,
I'm not too far off base then.
Yeah. And actually, I mean, Boston seems to be like a very dedicated CD fan base. There's a lot of people who like CDs still. So,
great.
You never know.
And what is this called?
Angels of the House.
Angels of the House.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And is there a... like, who's the producer, or is Angels of the House enough to know to go try to buy it someplace?
So we do have a website for that, and it's
Okay.
if you just search the title up, it's usually the first one that comes up. And the producers are myself and Shambhavi. We're the two producers of the album. So yeah.
Okay, so why don't you tell everyone, very simple for people who are not technically adept, just say again, like, if you want this, do this.
Sure. So if you want to look at where our album is and read more about the production itself, you can visit angelsofthehouse.com, I believe, and you can type it into Google, just Angels of the House, and it's usually the first thing that pops up, website that pops up on Google.
Okay, great. All right. And is there anything else you would like people to know that I haven't asked you?
Oh, boy. I don't know, not off the top of my head, other than I'm just a working musician in Boston, and there are a lot of us who are doing very unique, interesting things. And I'm just excited about being in this community of very unique individuals. And hope to see people at one of the shows that I'm in.
Okay, great. Yes. Is there some particular newspaper or someplace where we can look for you?
What newspaper?
or go online. Mainly, what you already said is the main thing to do.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I think that's probably the best.
Tell a little,
And then I'll send over.
I'm years away from you, so I really don't know how to go about this. And I'm assuming that probably a lot of you people out there are in my age range and having our same lack of knowledge about how to go about finding somebody, but mainly go online.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, want to repeat that one more time?
Okay, you can look me up online, Sophie Carpenter, soprano. That's usually what I go under. I have Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
So you could look at that as well. And then our show or our company website is going to be published pretty momentarily, and that's tedandtogoproductions.com. It will be published within probably a month or so that you can go on there, and there's links to both myself and my co-founders' websites, as well as information about us and our company. So,
okay, great. Yeah. Well, that sounds good. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
this was really informative, and I'll look forward to more from you, which I'm sure will be happening. For all of you out there, I hope that you learned a lot from this, and I hope that you'll start following Sophie and enjoy her voice, which is incredible. And have a nice evening. This is Louise Fennell from mmtv saying good night to all you fabulous females.